Coming up next.
Coming up next.
Enabling forces to deploy, sustain operations, and respond quickly to crises worldwide. Strategic airlifters.
Civilian aircraft can support operations through the Civil Reserve Air Fleet, expanding capacity during major deployments.
The C-17 Globemaster III can transport fuel bladders to establish expeditionary refueling capability in remote locations.
Securing the critical fuel hardware is a precise and strenuous task, essential for establishing the supply chain infrastructure downrange.
The specialized fuel truck moves into position alongside the C-17 Globemaster. This process is critical for global reach operations.
The United States Air Force integrates this capability into rapid deployment and sustainment operations worldwide.
Bladders are filled with JP-8 fuel using ground refueling vehicles prior to the aircraft departing on its mission.
Personnel coordinate logistics carefully, managing fuel quantities, flow rates, and resupply schedules during operations.
Powering down the tarmac, the C-17 Globemaster III demonstrates why it remains the backbone of the heavy airlift fleet, capable of rapid global deployment.
This capability enhances operational reach, allowing forces to sustain missions far from established bases or supply networks.
The MC-130J Commando II is a versatile tactical airlifter used for cargo, troop transport, and special operations missions.
The MC-130J, or Commando II, is essential for special operations, capable of landing in...
Utilizing standard Air Force signaling protocol, the Loadmaster guides the massive K-loader forward, positioning the tires precisely over the stabilizing blocks.
Moving these heavy logistics pallets requires brute strength and coordination, ensuring the cargo is properly loaded for the mission ahead.
Pallets are rolled into the aircraft using built-in roller systems, reducing manual handling and improving efficiency during loading operations. Proper securing of the cargo begins with these heavy-gauge steel chains. Once the shackle locks into place, the
Loadmasters guide the process, ensuring proper placement, weight distribution, and secure locking of each pallet position.
Proper tensioning prevents shifting during transport. The ratchet mechanism must be fully engaged.
Its tandem rotor design eliminates the need for a tail rotor, providing greater lift capacity and stability during heavy load operations.
Sling-loading fuel bladders with the CH-47 Chinook enables rapid fuel delivery to remote or forward operating locations.
Delivering vital supplies to the forward edge, the Chinook's powerful rotors create a formidable downdraft. With the clock ticking, the ground crew ensures the hook is secure. This connection is the only thing keeping the heavy bladder attached during transport.
The United States Army uses this capability to establish forward refueling points for helicopters and ground vehicles.
Ground crews guide the aircraft into position, carefully attaching the load and ensuring proper balance before liftoff.
The helicopter's tandem rotor design provides stability, crucial when lifting large external payloads like these storage bladders.
Operating in these conditions presents unique challenges, as the powerful rotor wash engulfs the aircraft in a blinding cloud of desert dust. Designed for heavy lifting in extreme conditions, the CH-53 effortlessly managing the turbulent air.
External lifting of fuel bladders with the CH-53E Super Stallion enables rapid fuel delivery to remote or forward deployed locations.
Once airborne, pilots maintain steady flight to minimize load swing and prevent instability during transport operations. The landing craft utility, or LCU, is essential for transporting heavy equipment and troops to coastal areas.
It is designed to move troops, vehicles, and equipment from ships to shore during amphibious and logistics operations.
Here we see the landing craft utility, or LCU, docked alongside one of the largest heavy lift crane ships in the fleet. LCUs feature a large bow ramp, allowing vehicles such as trucks and armored vehicles to drive directly onto beaches.
The landing craft utility can carry fuel bladders on deck to support expeditionary refueling operations at sea. The coordinated effort is essential when moving the heavy hoses into position, connecting them to the primary water bladders.
Flexible fuel bladders are secured across the cargo deck, allowing the LCU to transport large quantities of fuel to forward areas.
Securing the valve connection is critical to prevent leaks in the fuel bladder system. It takes significant torque to ensure a tight seal in these harsh conditions.
This setup allows the United States Navy to create mobile refueling points without relying on fixed infrastructure.
The Marines rely on precision when adjusting these portable fuel systems. Their meticulous work ensures that the fuel supply remains.
Bonding and grounding procedures are used to prevent static discharge, reducing fire risk during fueling evolutions.
Next, the grounding wire is attached to the metal clamp on the hose, ensuring a secure connection to the grounding rod. Using LCUs in this role enhances flexibility, enabling fuel distribution across wide maritime and littoral operational areas.
Before every mission, the ground crew conducts a rigorous multi-point inspection, ensuring every system on the aircraft is operating at peak efficiency.
As the maintenance process unfolds, and detailed maintenance records are kept regarding the process. When the job demands precision, having the right tool immediately accessible is crucial. We select the combination wrench. A part replacement was something designed to be easy on the A-10, since it was built to survive. Airman Glazer performs a critical safety check. Every bolt on this A-10 Warthog must be secured to specification. Tablets linked to a central system update make the maintenance recording process easier. With the wing panel removed, technicians can access the critical wiring harnesses and structural supports for detailed inspection.
Phase inspections generally include a process where the entire aircraft is taken apart, inspected, and put together again.
A mobile crane is moved in place for the maintenance specialists to attach the tail of the aircraft.
Thunderbolt IIs are also known as Warthogs and have a double tail system.
Sensors are situated on the fuselage and control surfaces of the aircraft.
Its unique design characteristics led to the nickname of Warthog given to the aircraft.
Here we see the intricate process of connecting the internal wiring. It takes a steady hand and close attention to detail to complete the circuit.
Its cockpit is built within a titanium bathtub-shaped dome for pilot ballistic protection.
High within the superstructure, where the engines pulse with life, the real work begins.
RQ-4s saw their first operational deployment in Afghanistan shortly after 9/11.
Before the Global Hawk, the U-2 Dragon Lady performed all ISR due. Maintaining these complex aircraft requires constant vigilance. Here, the crew prepares a drone component for final assembly. Structural deficiencies in the fuselage of the RQ-4 have to be identified as early as possible. The Global Hawk requires an aircraft maintenance hangar for major repairs, upgrades, and overhauls.
With a wingspan larger than that of a Boeing 737 Huns, the RQ-4 requires a large maintenance space.
NATO utilizes the RQ-4 for alliance ground surveillance missions across Europe.
Well-trained specialists are required to maintain an aircraft as advanced as the RQ-4.
Precision is critical to prevent vibrations from reforming defects and weakening the airframe.
Continued diagnostics are required to ensure the system remains optimized for safety and effectiveness.
A relic of the Cold War, the B-52 bomber shares the title with air power.
For takeoff, the pilot points the B-52 down the runway and gives the engines full power, and takes off in under 8,000 feet. Leaving a signature trail of dense black smoke, the B-52 begins its steep climb into the overcast sky, heading for altitude.
With a full payload, the B-52 requires maximum thrust, resulting in these characteristic plumes of smoke.
Because of the water-augmented thrust system, the B-52 has characteristic black smoke trails. Radar navigators aboard the B-52 are responsible to perform target designation and weapons releases.
To the right of the radar navigator is the navigator, who ensures the B-52 follows the correct course.
With a flip of the switch, the secondary navigation protocols engage, rerouting the flight path in real time.
As the Stratofortress nears its weapons release point, the radar navigator prepares to release ordnance.
Weapons releases must be finally authorized by the pilot, who does so with the flip of a switch. On long missions, or those in contested airspace, the B-52 is escorted by a variety of fighters.
The iconic B-52 Stratofortress, escorted by F-16 Fighting Falcons, maintains a tight formation high above the clouds on a critical long-range mission. The massive B-52 bomber executes a flawless landing despite the torrential downpour. Water spray erupts as the wheels meet the wet tarmac. Upon touching down, the B-52 deploys a large drag parachute to assist with braking on the runway.
Landing in a strong crosswind requires the aircraft to maintain a crab angle, touching down like this before aligning with the runway. The aircraft features crosswind landing gear, allowing it to crab into the wind while keeping the wheels aligned with the runway. For strategic deterrence, the B-2 Spirit provides stealth capability, able to penetrate sophisticated enemy defenses.
Maintaining the B-2's low observable stealth profile requires specialized climate-controlled hangars and meticulous surface repairs.
As the engines reach full throttle, the B-2 bomber accelerates, its distinct shape silhouetted against the glowing exhausts as it climbs into the night. Operated by a crew of 2, the B-2 is highly automated, reducing workload during global strike missions that can last over 40 hours.
Contact made. The KC-10 extender transfers thousands of pounds of fuel to the stealth bomber high above the theater of operations, before a clean disconnection.
Through mid-air refueling, the B-2 projects power anywhere in the world from its home base in Missouri.
Air dominance is secured by fifth-generation fighters like the F-22 Raptor.
Combining stealth, supercruise, and thrust vectoring, the F-22 provides unmatched dogfighting maneuverability and situational awareness.
As the pilot engages the afterburners, the massive thrust pushes him deep into his seat, the aircraft climbing rapidly towards the stratosphere.
These platforms represent the pinnacle of modern aerospace engineering, ensuring readiness across all domains of warfare.
The tight choreography of the flight deck continues long after sunset. For the pilot, the mission is over, but the ground crew's work is just beginning. The customized helmet-mounted display allows the pilot to see through the aircraft using distributed aperture sensors.
As the jet banks sharply, the digital overlays ensure the targets remain acquired, constantly updating their position and speed across the terrain below.
To manage the complex modern airspace, airborne warning and control systems provide the ultimate overwatch.
We have multiple contacts converging on Point Bravo.
Copy that. Initiating tracking sequence now.
Stand by for updated telemetry.
These flying command centers can detect, identify, and track enemy aircraft at low altitudes over any terrain.
Supporting all these combat operations requires the ultimate heavy lift capability, provided by the C-5M Super Galaxy.
As the largest aircraft in the U.S. military inventory, it can carry outsized cargo across intercontinental distances.
The massive C-5M Super Galaxy relies on 4 powerful turbofan engines to lift its immense weight off the runway.